The early years of the Mora Vasaloppet were characterized by grit, determination, and a burgeoning can-do spirit. The first race, held back in 1973, began with 96 skiers, only 58 of whom finished. For many, it was their first time on skis, but the entry fee, $1 for kids and $1.50 for adults, seemed more than reasonable. In 1974, the field grew to over 200 skiers, and by 1975, participation hit 258. In 1976, Vasaloppet became a registered trademark. The entry fee climbed to $5, and skiers numbered 347. 1977 marked the first race cancellation due to lack of snow, but the 1978 race rebounded nicely, with skiers numbering over 700.
It was the early 1970s, and cross-country skiing was in its infancy in the U.S., yet it was a sport that clearly caught the attention of those who lived in Nordic Minnesota. One Minneapolis ski shop owner estimated that from 1972 to 1980, every third person in the Twin Cities bought a pair of cross-country skis, a package usually for under $100. During this time, in the town of Mora, members of the commercial club, the antecedent of the Chamber of Commerce, were looking for an event to cure the midwinter blues and give a reason for the snow and cold. Meanwhile, Mora's sister city, Mora, Sweden, had been hosting a 90-kilometer Sälen to Mora cross-country ski race since 1922. The commercial club asked the JCs if they would like to take on the organization of the race. Assistance from the North Star Ski Touring Club was sought on how to build trails. They even loaned Mora a track setter. To use the name Vasaloppet, permission was asked of and granted by the Swedish Vasaloppet. On Sunday, February 25th, 1973, 96 skiers paid $1 or $1.50 to ski the 30-kilometer loop, thus launching the Mora Vasaloppet.
I know the first race we had a little under 100, I think it was 96, something like that, and they skied their 30 Ks, and they had a big tent up at Linder's, not where Linder's is now, but a half a mile north of there, where Ernie's original farmhouse was, and they had a big open field there, which helped our race. We had about a mile of open field to go before we went into the woods, and we made a big loop up there and came back to the start area. Well, the second year then, we decided to make a separate track for the ladies. They only went about 15 Ks. In other words, they went out from Linder's, out through the open with the other ones did, and when they got to where the ski club's warming house is now, you know where that is? They came out to the road and went down along the edge of the road over to Glenn's Deer Shack, and then they cut back through the woods over to Linder's, and that was their 30 Ks.
I did talk to a couple of people that had skied the very first couple of years, and they literally skied over logs. They would just lay sticks next to the log, and they would throw snow on top of it, and they skied over it because they didn't have a chainsaw big enough to cut the tree. Because there'd be some trees laying there like that, and there was marginal trails compared to today's standards, obviously.
Those crucial early years laid the foundation, clarified the vision, and nurtured a strong sense of community resourcefulness that would enable the Vasaloppet to evolve and thrive for years to come.